Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be basically building a chessboard, and a very, I think, quite common interview question will be the bishop on a chessboard. So I'm assuming you have played chess. So if you put the bishop has different moves, like it can only walk on diagonals. So as you can see, and the queen also. So maybe bishop on chessboard, queen on chessboard. But anyway, so whenever we hover over any kind of cell, it's gonna basically highlight the diagonal cells. That's what you have to do. This is the basically demo. Okay. Let me just show you the main logic here. So what we're doing is like we'll be creating first of all the chessboard, and we'll be having a table, and we'll be having individual rows for it. And all those rows will have TD, basically columns, or you can say cells, and those will have the value equal to 0, 0. Based on different so the first will be 0, 0, second will be 0, 1, third will be 0, 2, as you can see in the up in the highlighted section here. And whenever you hover over it, let me hover over here. As you can see, it's going to give you the classes, different classes based on it. So suppose since I've hovered over this first cell of the whole chessboard, it has added a class of orange, and this is the giving it the color of orange, basically. And that's it, I guess, and we'll be writing the logic. And the main thing, the main logic, what is going to happen is like whenever you hover over an element, we need to find the top left, top right, bottom right, and we need to basically iterate the whole chessboard. While doing that, we need to first find the top left, and while finding top left, we need to set. We'll basically create a map, okay? And whenever we find a top, and whenever we iterate over the whole chessboard to find a top left, we're gonna set the value of that specific cell to true using the data value, uh, as you can see below. And similarly, we'll do top right, bottom left, bottom right, and now our map will contain uh, all the cells which have the value as true, okay, in the whole chessboard, and we'll basically iterate over those values and just mark those cells as orange or whatever color we want. And whenever we leave, we'll just remove that class. Simple. If you have not understood what I've told till now, I think it will become clear when I do go for it. Let me just basically explain the index.html. It's nothing much. It's quite simple. We have having a table class, table element with a class of bishop chessboard. We have styles, some basic styles, nothing much fancy here. We have the TR as display flex. We have white, black, orange, which gives the background colors. We have the index.js, which have the container cell size. Okay, and that's it. I think we can now get started. So first of all, the class, export class. What I've written here, basic dashboard. I've already done this quite a lot of times in other videos, so I'm assuming you're familiar with it. But just on the service level, I'm just merging uh, the user supplied config with the default config. I'll first of all try to get the container. And if for some reason I'm not able to find a container, I'm gonna return it because it's mandatory for us. We need a container for us to create a chessboard. Post that, we'll just create a couple of loops. We write row index this dot config dot count. Okay. Similarly, we'll have for columns also. We selected that also. We have the call index now here, and this is gonna be what count. By default, we are giving it 8. Let row equal to document dot create element tr. Let row flag equal to document. We'll create TDs as the cells, and TDs will have some basic stuff like some classes. We have it what I think instead of class I'm be using directly the values. Cell dot style dot width equal to config dot what cell size. Let me give it here also the cell size 3. Similarly for the height also. We need to get value of we need to add a dataset attribute also to it. For our case it will be what it will be row index hyphen call index and we'll be basically appending the row fragment cell. And before proceeding further, append it to row element itself. If you're not familiar with fragment, I would suggest you check out my previous videos. I've already explained them in the previous videos, so hence I'm skipping them. But it's very good for performance, so I'd suggest you to use it wherever you can. Anyway, we have added a row, pinch add row fragment. What? Let me write some container flag. Basically, we'll be creating each row, and for each row, we'll be creating 8 cells, whatever is the count here. For us, it's 8. So we create the 8 cells, and we are basically attaching each cell to the row fragment. And after the whole loop is done, and we are just attaching that row fragment to the row itself. And we need to, after every iteration, we need to add the row to the container fragment. After everything, after both of these loops are done, I think it's here only. After both of these loops are done, we'll just append the container fragment to the container. Okay, let's see what is there already now. Based on that, we'll proceed further. As you can see, we have the cells, but as you can see, there's nothing shown because we've not given the classes. And to give the classes, it's quite simple, but at the same time, if you're, let me just give you the intuition here. As you can see, the first cell needs to be white. The second cell, second row, the first cell needs to be black. Third cell, white. So what we'll do is like, first of all, like there'll be two steps to it. First of all, we'll be only handling like the first cell should be white. Okay. So what we'll do is like that is white. Okay. We are gonna check, not here, sorry. Just need to be here before the column loop starts. We're gonna check whether the row index is even or what. If it is even, then it will be true. Otherwise, the is white flag is gonna be false. Now suppose if we do it this way, then if is white cell dot classless dot add white. As you can see, all of these rows are white now. Okay, and suppose if we write else, all of these rows are black. Now what we can do is like, it's quite simple, honestly speaking. We just need to toggle this white flag. Cool. As you can see, it works fine now. So we have our chessboard. Now we need to basically write a main logic now. So first of all, we need to write the event listeners. There will be two event listeners. One will be on mouse over. Then we'll have mouse leave. Then we need to what? We need to basically get the value from the target dataset. If we don't get any value, then we just need to return it. But if you're able to get the value, then you need to first of all get the cell value, which is gonna be what? It's gonna be like value dot split with hyphen. Then we need to basically map it using number to convert the strings to integers, and we like row index, comma, call index. Now we have gotten the row and column index, and we need to create map to it. Let, like I told you previously, we need a map to keep track of it. You could have used object, I'm using map here. Then we iterate map dot set. You can just use value here for true. Now we need to call some of the function. This dot find top left. Need to pass it row index, call index, map, find top left, find top right, find bottom left, find bottom right. Let me add the logic because it's going to be quite similar. First of all, Let me copy it. Copy, paste. So for row index and column index, first of all, we'll check. We'll first of all remove the, suppose if we have the cell here in this place, then we would like to go to first to this location and set the value of this cell to true inside a map. So now what I will do is like, we come here first, row index minus minus, call index minus minus, while row index is greater than 0 and then call index is greater than 0, map dot set. Let me write cell value. To true. After that, we just need to go continue this while loops. Okay. Now I'll just copy this and just manipulate this code for all of them. Default copy paste away. We had find top left. Now we need to find top right. For top right, row index is okay, but right is gonna be call index plus plus. Here also call index will be plus plus, and we need to change the condition. Call index not greater than 0 should be less than config dot count. Should be less than config dot count, yeah. And for bottom left, now we need to check bottom left row index should be what increased. Call index is okay. So row index should be less than config count, and call index has to be greater than 0. Let me just copy this. This is okay, no? Yeah, correct. And bottom right will be like row index has to be increased. Column index also has to be increased. We copy them and paste them here. And for row index, both of them needs to be less. So bottom right also. Okay. So this is fine now. Now we need to basically find all the cells. I not given any class, so I need to give that also. td dot class first. I can use td itself, so I'll just use td. Instead of using any class. And first of all, I'll go to cells, and for each cell, I'll remove the class of orange. Okay. I think you're familiar till now, by the way, like because the next set of lines is gonna basically add the orange class. That's why I'm first of all removing the orange class. Whatever class you would like here, I'm just using orange class because I've put the style for that only. So that for each cell, the class did remove orange. After removing the orange class, we'll again iterate for the cells, and we're gonna check if the map dot get, I think right here, let cell value equal to cell dot data set dot value. So if map dot get cell value, if it's true. By default, if it's not there, it's gonna give you falsy value. So it's gonna basically the if it's not gonna work. But if there is a style value, okay, and if the map has it and it's true, basically while iterating to it, then we're gonna add cell class list dot add orange. We save it. As you can see, it's working somewhat fine. There's some issue somewhere. Let me refresh. Top left is not working properly, and top left is not working properly. Top right is not working properly. Bottom left is not working properly. Top left row index minus zero. Row index is what you have. Sorry, it should be equal. I think here was something similar. Equal. Where it was greater, it has to be. Yeah. Now it should work fine, I guess. It's working fine. Good. So this is working fine now on mouse leave also. We need to basically write this same code here. Cells dot for each cell. Cell dot class remove orange. We need to first get the cells. Yeah. Now it should work fine. Let me refresh it. Now whenever I hover it, I can see the orange coming properly. When I leave out of the chessboard, it goes properly. Cool. Now if I come to index.js and I increase the count to 10, you have a 10 chess size chessboard, and the whole logic is going to work similarly. We can have maybe 5 size chessboard also, and we can increase the size for each cell. As you can see, the whole code is quite flexible in that way. Anyway, I'll just undo all this. Cool, I think this works fine, I guess, and hope to see other videos as well. And do check out the whole playlist. There are a lot more problems which I've solved in this whole video series. Okay, and that's it, and bye.